was wearing glasses since 9th grade, and going to an offline store, that was a big hassle for me because they had these limited options for eyewears, and they actually had no brand lenses, prescription lenses, I mean. So I wanted to make that service available for people everywhere. Either you're living in Dhaka, Sylhet, or Chittagong, or wherever you are, you can just go online, buy your prescription glasses from right there. And I was working in a furniture e-commerce. That was back in 2018. So their idea was to make a one platform for every furniture brands there are. Either that's a big deal like Hatil, Autobi, or that's a small furniture shop. You can just put your products there and sell it under one roof. So my initial plan was to make one platform for all the retailers, eyewear retailers. But that actually never happened because the way the market works, it's like you're pricing based on your location. If you're in a good location like Gulshan, Bonani, the price same product will be sold for huge amount of price. And most of the other shops in the rural areas, they don't have a brand lens option. They don't have a good frame options. They don't have the trendy frames. So I wanted to make everything from cheaper frames to premium quality frames to actual original frames and to brand lenses, everything under one roof in one platform. So I actually started from 2021 January, and that's my starting part.
How come your partner Sapphire get into the picture?
Okay, so let me explain that. I've graduated from Bangladesh University of Professionals. He was actually opting to get into that university, and I was sort of like his mentor, but he did not. He somehow decided not to pursue that, and he was always asking for business advice from me. And at some point he offered that maybe we can do this together, but as a person, I'm a risk averse. I like to play it safe. So I thought that I told him that he can start. I will come as a sleeping partner. But then he was pretty okay with it. But as we started, and in 2021 January, I actually found it very interesting, and I thought that I could get involved very actively.
Right. So how are things going with you guys right now? How are the growth working for you guys?
Well, this is 2022 March, and we've started in 21 January. So it's around 14 months. And in this period, for an e-commerce business, it's not a very long time, right? In this short period, we have seen 8x growth. I think that's pretty good, especially because of the kind of product we deal in. It's different from selling clothes, right? Firstly, our market is definitely smaller, and selling clothes and selling eyewear differs because from the seller's end, it's much more complex. When you're selling clothes, you don't actually have to have the understanding of power or
Prescriptions.
so. And basically, where you can sell clothes, when you're selling clothes, you can sell articles separately. Like you can either sell shirts or pants. But what we are doing in most cases, that we are selling frames and lenses together. So actually, that creates the complexity of the supply chain. Also, acquiring the customers. So I think it's a pretty complex business. For that reason, we don't see much competition here. I would say that we have Dark Peon and Lunets. They're doing pretty good. But as newcomers, I think we are not doing that.
Yeah, makes sense. So in terms of, let's say, unique value propositions, do you have any differentiator to Dark Peon or also Lunet?
So we, I think one thing that customers really find helpful, that they can upload their prescription when they're ordering from our website, and they get the lens customized. And when this is actually better than offline stores in some cases, because some offline stores, they don't really have the exact power at stock, so they will probably compromise slightly.
Okay.
But we don't do that. We give the exact power, whatever your prescription says. And we also offer a different kind of service. I'm not sure if anybody else is offering that. We have a home trial option, which is basically customers can order 4 to 5 frames, and we deliver them at their house at our cost. This is complimentary, and they can choose one frame which they like, and they'll send it back to us, and we'll add their prescription lens with that. And this actually incurs a little bit cost for us, because we have to deliver it to their home, and our logistics partner has to bring it back to us. So it incurs a little bit cost, but actually we were thinking that if bearing this little cost means that we acquire a new customer, so if you weigh the benefits, it's definitely a good choice.
Makes sense. So what we've seen in this, I would say, world in the current time, that there are lots of D2C businesses. Almost everyone has an e-commerce business. They're selling products, and trust has become a major factor into the customer's mind as well. So as I can assume that you guys are giving them these trial options so that you can gain the trust for the customers, and then moving forward, you can have more sales from that customers as well, right?
Yes, I think this has actually helped us a lot, and we see that in numbers. Our customers are returning because we have gained that place of trust, right? And in Bangladesh, people still now, e-commerce is pretty big now, but still people would like to people prefer cash on delivery. The psychological reason behind this is they cannot fully trust something behind your computer monitor. You don't really, especially people who are, I'd say, boomers. I'm not sure if they actually order online, but even if you're ordering for your parents, they would actually want to see the product before they make the payment, right? And so the home trial option, it has worked wonders for us, and we are seeing returning customers. So and we also have an experience store at Kamlapur. People can go to our outlet and see the frames themselves and choose.
Got it. So in terms of, while we are on the returning customers topic, so what are your strategies to gain customers these days?
Well, we were, I would admit that we need to work on that, because we are completely depending on social media marketing right now. We have a lot of our customers come from Facebook and Instagram. Very recently, we were trying out the influencer marketing thing. It's really big right now. We are tapping into that. Let's see how it works. But we do understand that this is one of our weaknesses, and we need to actually work on this.
So in terms of social media marketing, what are the strategies you guys are taking?
We first started with traffic ads, brand awareness ads, and gathered that information of customers, that data from our website. We have gathered that. Now we're just going with retargeting ads, and that has worked wonders for us right now. We are seeing much more conversion. The ad cost has gone down by huge. Like at first we're seeing 27 ad cost compared to our revenue, and now it's just 7 or 8%.
Oh, got it. There's massive earning, I think, for you guys. All right. So in terms of sales channels, we see a lot of e-commerces, or let's say Facebook-based business, are using not only the online shop but also retail shops. So what are the things working for you guys? Let's say how many of your orders are coming directly to your e-commerce store, how many are coming from your social media, and how many are coming from your offline stores?
We aren't fully running an offline store right now. We're just going with the experience store. That's basically our office as well. And it's not that much good or not even that bad. It's currently at 10% compared to our total revenue against our online sales. So it's still pretty good. And and running our offline store, we have gathered that people usually have the trust in us more than compared to our online sales. Like on an average, our offline customers spend almost like 2.5K. And compared to our online sales, that's around 1,000 taka.
So the basket size increases when they come to your offline
store.
That's
almost 2.5 increase.
So in terms of your online sales, how many sales are coming from your website directly, and how many people are going to your social shops or Facebook, Instagram shops and buying from there?
It's actually very surprising. When we first started, we were thinking that most of our sales would come from Facebook, and which was actually happening because people in our country, they are like the comfort of talking to someone before placing an order. Previously, in last year, most of our sales was coming from Facebook, but in this year we revamped our website, and we really wanted to make our customers come to our website. So we tried a few things. One is that we added a filtering option, which is very precise. Now they can filter their frames according to shape, size, price range, which has helped a lot. And also we have noticed that when you offer a special discount when they order from the website, they are more interested to make that purchase from the website. So currently in this throughout the March, we have seen that 95% of our sales was made from our website, and only 5% was from Facebook. But then again, this is not a normal scenario. This could have been triggered by the recently revamped website, and also since we were offering special discounts.
Well understood. So in terms of your growth, so what are the challenges you are facing right now that's slowing down your growth, I would say?
So I think firstly, the supply chain is very complex, and another problem we're seeing that, as he mentioned, that when people come to the store, the basket size increases significantly. So, and since we don't have a proper outlet, I think that's a bit of challenge for us, because if we have to compete with offline stores, you do understand that most people, they like to try out the frames before and actually go to the store and see the whole collection. Most people prefer that. So competing with offline stores or even other online stores who have few outlets, that's a big challenge for us.
But having an offline store adds a lot of overhead as well, right?
Yes, but capital expense is investment, right? We will eventually we will actually get it back.
So in terms of your future goals, what are the things that are coming in?
So we are trying a new feature in our website that where they can actually see how the frame looks on their face.
Okay, so using AR, something like that?
Yeah, we have not implemented that. We're just we're thinking about it. Hopefully by the end of the year we can bring it for our users and since I've mentioned before that we think that an outlet gives us some sort of advantages, we are thinking of opening a proper outlet.
Got it. Pretty exciting journey ahead for you guys. Thank you for coming into our podcast, and we expect you guys grow exponentially as well.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you so much for having us.